in particular, the vote that they are taking or have taken about women pastors. I have for years, not currently, but for years in the past, attended a Baptist church. The Baptist church that I attended was considered a Sovereign Grace Landmark Baptist church, which, if you're not familiar with, very Reformed doctrine, Calvinist doctrine, and most of all, independent. So not a part of any Southern Baptist Convention or any other kind of affiliation outside of they're an independent church. They fellowship with other churches of like faith, but they don't have any rule over them or vice versa. Now, I'm no longer affiliated with that type of church. I don't consider myself under the Baptist name necessarily, although a lot of the studying that I do of the scriptures and readings of different men that have presented the Word of God, a lot of them are Baptist, and I find them very trustworthy. There are some things where I differ a little bit from them, but basically the Reformed Calvinist doctrine, the belief in sovereign grace, it's a core belief that I hold to. Now, having went to that kind of church for many years, didn't really care anything about the Southern Baptist Convention. I'd heard about it and just really didn't know that much about it. This particular denomination, they do study a lot of other denominations and looking at the heresies of a lot of other denominations, but in particular, Southern Baptist Convention was just mentioned a few times from the pulpit that I sat in front of, and I didn't know a whole lot about it. So in preparing for this video, I did some research just to kind of find out about the organization itself. And while I'm still not an advocate of such an organization, I have discovered they're probably not as, for lack of a better word, evil as what I once thought. They don't seem to be a governing body over all these churches, although I think they kind of do in an indirect way with some of the things that they vote on. Basically, they will remove you from membership from their organization if you don't follow certain things. So that in and of itself is having authority over these local churches and trying to bring them under one banner. And while I could quote several scriptures that come to mind as far as supporting the fact that churches are local independent bodies, like Acts 14:23, and when they had appointed elders for them in every church, having prayed with fasting, they committed them to the Lord in whom they had believed. Titus 1:5, for this reason I left you in Crete, you would set in order what remains and appoint elders in every city as I directed you. Several other scriptures that I could go on to that establish that churches are local independent bodies and they have the authority to discipline their individual members